So you want shitty podcasts, something to hear when you drive, or some internet loser saying, hey, it's great to be alive. So let's talk nonsense. Hey, why not? We'll soon find out we don't know a lot. But here's one fact I think we both know. You're here now to see the Castoe Show.
Attention. If any of you guys need any voice work, we have nothing better to do, I guess.
We have shitty mics and we have loads of time.
Yeah, and if both of those things are pleasing to you, then baby, I'm your man. Also, take a look at this sexy new Castoe background. Holy Lord. Who are these sexy boys? Yes.
It looks like we're running a blockbuster, the last known blockbuster.
It really does.
In Juneau, Alaska, or wherever that is.
Oh, is it Juneau?
I don't know. I said a city in Alaska. You gotta work.
Is it Alaska? I thought it was the American Midwest or something.
Last known blockbuster, Bend, Oregon. I think I was closer in location, but also it's not Alaska.
I don't know. Alaska's pretty dang far.
Yeah, but I think it's closer just to Alaska than the Midwest, because you got a few thousand miles to the Midwest from Oregon.
I'll concede this point, Senor Souls, but yeah, hey, those are definitely some images of us. Wouldn't you agree?
I do agree. These are images of us, and that can be proven in court of law. Yeah, and Anthony. That's what Anthony looks like at all times. And the quicker you motherfuckers accept that. Okay.
Okay. Hey.
I
like that. I like this.
I'm shaking. Okay.
Some mornings we get 2 hours sleep, Mac. I think Mac has like a full 8 hours now. He seems up and out.
I had I think I had 8 hours last night, which is good. Doesn't usually happen. But I'm here. I'm here now, and guess what I've seen? You remember how you talked about the Superman movie a few weeks ago?
Yeah, and then the Satan over the internet crashed my stream, and then that just went off. Yeah.
Yes, I have now seen Superman, and to reiterate a lot of things you said, very good, very much liked it. Mm-hmm. It is punk rock to be cool and to love and to trust. Nathan Fillion,
punk rock to be Gardner. A good man.
Yeah. Real quick, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, fantastic.
It's peak, actually.
The standout in a film where David Cornsweat or whatever his name is took to Superman like a duck to water. Nutsweat, yeah. David Nutsweat did real good in that movie. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor is like the guy. Like
I don't think they could have gotten anybody to be better.
No, and he's such a massive hater. It's so great. And again, I texted you this. Where's my phone? What is the exact text I sent you right after the movie?
You're gonna pull it up.
Shit, give me a second.
I'll get it. I have the text records right here, Mr. Souls. You got out, and the first thing that you told me was Lex Luthor Monkey Bot Farm is intellectually the funniest joke I've seen all week.
Yes.
Look at him.
And the main thing was I didn't laugh the hardest seeing the Lex, because for context, Lex Luthor in sometime in the movie takes Superman away to the Phantom Zone, pretty much
a pocket dimension.
Yeah. This is where Lex Luthor takes care of all his seedy stuff, all the people he wants to disappear, all the stuff that he wants to do. This is where he goes with it.
It's Lex Luthor's Guantanamo Bay.
Now, Lex Luthor is a massive hater, and he's such a massive hater that he has a wall of monkeys that he has typing away Superman hate stuff on the internet at all times.
Hashtag super shit.
Hashtag super shit. Hashtag Superman is a massive alien piece of crap. And so at all times, Lex Luthor's like, so you think people are actually online mad at you? Nah, it's my wall of monkeys. I have typing that shit against you. And it's
It
so
felt very like what is it? Reverse Flash being like, it was me, Barry. I jacked
exactly.
you off at super speeds.
It's a level of hating unmatched by anything in any media, because it's like, is it a dead internet where it's all AIs? No. It's Lex Luthor's pocket dimension where he has monkeys posting hate mail to the internet.
Yeah, if I could paint a mental picture for you guys, imagine like in a void, there's a big, a bunch of screaming apes, cyber chimps,
That looks
clacking
just
on
like
a
that.
computer, and then it just it like goes over to the screen. And it's like, I fucking hate Superman, and it's like thousands of these monkeys like strapped into computers. It's amazing.
Hilarious. Afterwards, I'm like, incredible. This is amazing.
All that
Yeah.
for a 5-second gag? Hell yeah!
All that for a 5-second joke about super shit and monkeys. Oh man, I wish I could make movies like
You
this.
know I hate that, Lois.
You know, oh yeah, people were dying. And listen, all you Zack Snyder, because I've been seeing a lot of Zack Snyder people out there being like,
Cockriders.
well, here's the thing. They're like, this Superman gets way too emotional. Meanwhile, my Superman would never have such an emotional reaction to the. It's not cool to be stoic about absolutely everything, my guy. And also, your Superman did get emotional when he lasered General Zod's head off.
I remember he
When,
screamed right after. He's like, yeah, pull up
his
Henry
mother-
Cavill screaming.
when his mother was in danger, he got emotional. It's just that this Superman's getting emotional over the fact that people were going to die. And so he did the right thing. I think
Yeah.
that's fine. And I think Zack Snyder, you can like his movies, sure, go for it. I just, if you're gonna cock ride that hard, please relax just a little bit.
Hashtag not my Superman.
Okay, now I'm done. Now I'm done. We're talking about Superman.
And any more, and we're gonna really lean into the Jerry Seinfeld accusations. We can't be
What's
having
the deal with Superman?
Superman. I saw a super cut of all the times that there was a Superman reference in Seinfeld. It's like a 5-minute video.
Yeah,
Of,
they talk about
all those clips. They say it all the time.
not only do they just talk about superheroes a lot in that show. One of my favorite just like character interactions is the episode where Kramer had like the guy follow them around and write down what they say. And so the guy's explaining like, and then Mr. Costanza and Mr. Seinfeld got into an argument about whether or not Iron Man is wearing anything underneath this, like inside the suit.
God.
And George Costanza goes, and I say he's naked down there. And Seinfeld goes, oh, and that makes a lot of sense. He gets really shitty about it. And it's like, oh, that's very funny. It's like a conversation you and I would have, which is like, oh, and that makes a lot of sense.
You have no idea how many times in Seinfeld where it's only George and Jerry talking. Where I'm like, it's real, and that's why it's funny. It's because of how real it is. It's like I've had this conversation before.
I've had this conversation with a friend. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, it's like me and my all my friends are suffering from some social anxiety. We're not normal, and we're talking about this shit.
I'm depressed. I've got it all.
I got it all. It's the summer of George.
This was supposed to be the summer of George. And you know what's real messed up? Not to bring it on too down a note here. 2020 was a summer that multiple friends and my sister were going to get married within like a 2-week span.
Uh-huh.
So it really was going to be the summer of Mac that year. And then things took a turn for the worse.
And then the Chinese decided that's not going to happen.
And then the Wuhan laboratory broke free.
And then would you believe? No, Mac, you have to operate on a much grander scale here. If that were to happen to me, I would seriously that the Chinese Communist Party orchestrated a worldwide shutdown to fuck me over.
Get Mao on the phone. Mao's dead, sir. We'll get somebody then.
Somebody. I don't give a damn.
I want someone.
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. Mao. Winnie the
Pooh.
We're not going to be allowed in that country. Xi Jinping.
Hey, what happened in Tiananmen Square in 1990, whatever?
Oh, nothing happened. Nothing's happened in Tiananmen Square ever.
Antwan, pull up a picture of Tiananmen Square.
Pull a picture of that one guy standing in front of the tanks with his groceries and being like, what the hell is this?
I have to contemplate. Do I want to go to that?
Listen, I've been.
I think you're fine. I think you're fine.
I've been emotional attachments detached. Winnie
Yeah, I
the
mean,
Pooh.
Mac will never be able to see the man who tried to sell him watches again, but that's pretty much it.
Have we ever talked about that story on the internet?
Oh, your China trip?
Yeah, have we? Well, not the whole thing, but just like specifically that guy.
The Watchman? I don't think we did.
On the pot. Really? That feels like something we would have burned through within like the first week.
That's like episode 1. It's like, yes, Chinese Mac.
Yeah, so I went to China in the summer of 2017. It was a school. It was through school.
You're gonna say that when you're an old man, and people are gonna think that you're like some kind of spy.
No, it's no.
South China Sea,
No.
summer of 2017. I was there.
We were there to deliver the H-bomb to drop on Hiroshima, China. So
the Enola Gay dropped my ass off.
The Enola Gay'd me. We were
All right,
we were in. Okay, I'm not going to be able to find you any of the pictures that I talk about in this next story because they're on old phones and I didn't transfer them and whatever. So went to China in the summer of 2017. First stop was Beijing. We stayed in Beijing for a few days. Now, we get on the bus, right? And we go to our, on the way from the airport to our hotel. We pass by a few things, whatnot. We get off the bus and to our hotel. And they're like, once you drop stuff off, you're free for the rest of the evening. You can go and walk around, grab, a quick something to eat, and then, tuck in for tomorrow. So the group of us from our high school are just walking around and we stumble across a guy selling watches. Now, a lot of these people exist all over the world, but we were forewarned. If you go to like any major city, there's guys trying to huck you. There's people trying to huck you stuff all the time. But
huck is
we were
a very
told,
fun verb.
A huckster. I'm just trying to huck you a huck to you. A selfie stick one. We were told that this, don't buy it. It's like shitty material, which is just true in general. Just don't.
Chinesium, I believe it's what they call it.
Yes. So he's like, watches, and we're like walking around. And of course, we stand out like a sore thumb because we're, white and brown people in China. And it's like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Do not want. And he's like, followed us all over the place. And we walked back to our hotel. And I guess he must have seen where we were at our hotel. Throughout the next day. Throughout the next day, we went to the Great Wall, which is a little ways out.
Why the fuck am I getting covered by China?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's just me. It's just me talking. I'm the one who's getting in trouble. No one else.
At least peek my eyes through.
So we go to the Great Wall and we come back from the Great Wall. That Great Wall experience. me and our mutual friend Matt Ross. That's the one where the woman was like, "Can I get a picture of the both of you with my nephew?" Somewhere in the world there exists a picture of a small Asian child flanked by two white giants. Me and Matt Ross.
I love the self. I mean, yes. Next to small Asian children, you guys are the white giants.
Yeah, existing on some Asian woman's phone, and she was at least nice enough to ask. Everyone else in that country, when we saw them taking photos of us, it was like underneath tables and shit. And we're like, we know.
Thing.
Yeah.
That hulking, shabbling mass.
My name is Mac, and my mouth is like full of dumplings or whatever. And so, so we do a little bit more urban exploring as part of the group the next day, and that guy found us. We were in the middle of
urban exploring. I'm sorry. Like, yo, I'm an explorer.
No, we were just in the city of Beijing walking around, and that guy found us again. And we weren't even like close to our hotel. We were like in some other part of the city, and this guy was like, Rolexes? Do you want watches? Do you want like laser pointers? We're like, no, thank you. Like, no, thank you. And we walked back to our bus, and he's like shining the laser pointer inside the bus. And, because we're children, we're clapping our hands and laughing at the laser pointer being pointed inside our bus because
you're a goddamn cat.
Yeah, exactly. We're apes. We're absolute mongrels. And then the next day, we're getting on the bus to go to the airport to fly to another city. And he's in the fucking hotel parking lot outside our bus as people are getting onto the bus. Like, trying to sell us Rolexes and laser pointers and like umbrellas. And I'm like, okay, well, I got to get a picture with this guy. I have to get a picture with this guy.
He's been stalking me for days. I have to photograph him.
So I asked our tour guide, like, can I have a picture with me in this? Like, can you ask him if I could take a picture with him? and he like the tour guide like talks to him, and there's like some tense moment where I don't think he wanted to be photographed or whatever. But the tour guide, like the way he was like, just by tone, he was like, "Come on, man, like don't make this too whatever." And so there's a picture
They're
of
just
me.
white people. Come on.
There's a picture of me somewhere in the world where this was the summer that I had the buzz cut. So I have a buzz cut. I have a Marvel shirt on of superheroes, and this guy looks so suspicious, like side-eyeing
Sheldon
off camera.
Mack.
Yeah, off of like just this guy looks so suspicious of something, and then we get on the bus, and that was my screensaver on my phone, and my lock picture for the longest time was this
I do remember
suspicious
this.
Chinese man. Was this Chinese man just being like side-eyed off to the side, wondering what's going on? And it was one of the more memorable things that happened to us on our trip was seeing all these monuments. There was also this guy that followed us around Beijing who tried to sell us all sorts of cheap shit, who would not take no for an answer and knew where we were at all times. Watches, laser pointer.
Watches. You sent me like somebody drew like a soy jack of him.
Yeah, I forget who it was.
I have that image
Sunny?
burnt in my head.
Was that Sunny? Was that Sunny who drew that soy jack image?
It has to be the one Chinese guy we know.
I'm trying to think. Well, no, we have multiple people who would draw soy jacks, but I'm just thinking. If I'm remembering correctly, it was Sunny who drew like the soy jack.
Yes, soy jack Watchman.
Yeah, and if you can find that picture, good fucking luck. But I do not.
It'll go in the community page. That's a solemn oath. As soon as I find that soy jack of that China guy, he's going on the community page.
Yeah. China's a beautiful place full of beautiful people.
Yeah, how did you like it?
I genuinely loved the country. There was multiple moments. We forget
beautiful people. He says, interesting.
Yeah, because there was one part where we went to I forget what they were called, but they're basically historical structures in Beijing that have been around since the Ming Dynasty. Housing and what they're like housing and whatnot that people live in so you can live in there as long as you promise to maintain the house and make sure it's all good. They're very tightly packed because they're not designed for modern day cars and whatnot. So we had to get through it by rickshaw. So again, I think it was me and Matt Ross again, two white giants and a Chinese guy pulling us on a bicycle. Yeah. So laugh at that image if you want. And we're going through.
I will. The like somebody like tugging you along. It's like they're used to carrying like very dainty folk in China.
Yeah, and you get my morbidly obese ass, and Matt Ross.
He's a beast.
Matt Ross, who is roughly the size of the Colossus of Rhodes, in the same cart, and then the guy's like, "Oh my god,
he got
earned
bigger too."
Yeah, he grew another 5 inches that day, and they say that the Grinch's heart.
Matt Ross is now jacked.
He is huge. Yes, I thought you were joking. Yes, he is now also huge. He is muscular. He's built.
Yeah,
ladies,
he's
Matt
built.
Ross is single
he's
and
stacked.
available, and only slightly socially awkward and dyslexic. Take that as you will. So we were we were driving through this area, and as just peeking into like the stone archways that lead into people's houses, and there was like people hanging up their laundry, people hanging around playing like I assume mahjong or something, like it was like tiles. And we got to where we were going, and there was a large open courtyard where it was a bunch of old people playing some sort of like hacky sack game, like kicking it back and forth and being really like agile and spry for how old they were, like doing tricks on it.
I'm sorry, have we never seen a kung fu movie?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I can't see my grandparents doing something like that, but these people were. And then there was another guy like carrying a baby and then leading his toddler by the hand to like hang out in this little park area. And
Cute.
Children running around and people talking. And it was like, oh, these people are people. We forget such things.
People are people.
We forget that, it's in this large and crazy world of ours, no matter what we may think of institutions and, demographics, people are people all over the place.
Hopefully.
We were taken in by this very nice couple he was older, and his dad was a chef, and his dad cooked for, some important government official back in the day, and now he's a chef cooking for people, and it was a nice home cooked meal. And it was just a good people are people moment. And there was multiple moments like that along the trip where we just went to where it was like parks or where, people lived, and we could see that, there's people practicing music, and there was old people running around, and there was, practicing this or doing this or
in my Seussian brain, I saw it's like there are people practicing music, and there's like a bunch of Chinese people with tubas walking down the street, and there's old
They're-
people
they're-
running around, and I just see like a guy, like an old man on all fours, just running right across the street when that happens.
Yeah, there was a woman playing a saxophone by herself to like
Lisa.
some backing music, and then there was like a basically what was like a Chinese choir practicing in the park of like, again, music was playing and a bunch of people gathered around and a woman like conducting them to sing a certain way. And again, people are people all over. It was, and that's like the moments I remember the most out of the trip, because it was like we saw cool shit. We saw like the Terracotta Warriors, we saw the Great Wall of China. We went to Hong Kong and we saw shit in Hong Kong. We went to Hong Kong Disney, but at a certain point it was just like
Xiaohongshu.
Xiaohongshu. The people that we were able to interact with was like the parts that stuck with me the most. And I'm very grateful for having gone, because I don't know. It was, not only was it cool, it was just like, it was an eye-opening experience, I think.
Eye-opening? That's a very funny pun. Did anybody call you
Yeah.
Guilo when you were over there?
No one called me Guilo.
For anybody who doesn't understand Chinese, Guilo means round eye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I got,
of which
when we
Mac
were-
has them.
I do. I have eyes, 2 of them. And I'm trying to think if anyone has called me any like specific slur. Because like when we went to Hawaii, no one called us like Howleys or anything like that.
Oh yeah, that's a myth.
That's not a myth.
If they call people Hallies, they're not going to do it to your face.
Exactly. Well, but so I'm thinking it's the same thing, where it's, you're not gonna get called a round eye to your face in China.
Yeah, it's funny. In Spanish, we have a fun phrase about the Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
Mas-
Chino japonés, come caca no
No.
llores. Okay.
Chat, clip
Is that-
that, make it a short.
Is that not the one you're talking? Is that not the one you were talking about?
No. There's a phrase. It's a point of, I guess, uselessness, right? It says, "Más inútil que memorizar la cara de un chino."
Okay, more useless than something.
Than memorizing a Chinese person's face.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when it's like, I saw many beautiful people. It's like, Mac, you saw the same guy 1 billion times.
No, and there's no way he was moving around that fast and changing all those wigs. Ain't no way.
Hey, listen, clone standards in China are not like what we have here. You can't just do it. It takes months to get one sheep.
Oh no! They mass produce these guys.
Oh my gosh, I would be a big nerd about like Terracotta Army or anything old military with my knowledge of, or my Wikipedia searches of old Chinese battles where billions die and it's a great victory for Middle Kingdom.
Well, the Terracotta Army was the tomb of Qin Shi Huangdi, and they're still excavating. That's the reason why it looks
not
the way
done.
it isn't. It looks the way it is in that picture is because it's still like an active archaeological site that the Chinese government is working through, because for years no one knew where the fucker was buried. Qin Shi Huangdi died, and then they buried him with all this shit, and then they're like, and we forget about this now. And it was only relatively recently that it was like kids playing outside of Xi'an stumbled onto the tomb of the Forbidden Emperor. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's insane because the people thought it was just a mountain. And then it's like, holy shit, it's a pyramid.
Yeah, it's this whole thing. And so they're still working through it. But you can see like it was on the like outskirts of it. You could see like what they have recovered and dug out. There's like some examples of like this guy, with this many braids means this, and I forget all the details, but it was, example of like, the soldier here, he led like this many troops. And it was cool. It was a museum, but it was just like, you're not allowed to get too close because they're still doing it.
Homie, half that mountain still has to get dug out. So cool. So there's still wonder in the world, boys. There's still things to discover or rediscover.
Yeah, there always is. As much as we think that the world is fairly new, it's not. It's old. It's old. Even the new part, even the new parts are old. Even the old parts are new. I want you to look up Antwan right now. Biang Noodle character, Biang Noodle character. So when we went there to China, one of the things we did was we learned. They try to teach us, what do you call it? Calligraphy, not calligraphy, but character writing and stuff.
Yeah,
And
I don't know that shit.
They taught us that the most complicated character in the Chinese language was for this noodle called a biang noodle. Now, Antwan, if you've looked it up, I'm going to describe to you what I think the character looks like. And then I want you to tell me where you land on it. It looks like a panda in battle armor.
Holy shit. So it's like a big, like squares upon squares upon squares and noodles.
So this guy invents this noodle, the biang noodle. He's like, I'm going to make it the most complicated character possible. And if you look at it from afar, it looks like a panda wearing like a helmet, like going into battle. It is very
Okay. I see it.
yeah.
That's just how it works over there. If
Hold
you
on, let me-
create something, you create the character for it.
That's the story. I don't know if that's how it works with everything.
No, I'm seeing like 3, but I'm gonna pull them up.
It is exceptionally complicated. It was like 100-something strokes to like complete this bitch. Very unnecessary. We could get there with less. We could get there with less.
Do these guys not know that the Roman alphabet is used in everything?
Well, that's what happened when Japan went to China, came back, and was like, they got this cool alphabet over there. We should do that. And then some guy a few hundred years later is like, we could simplify this immensely. And that's where
Chinese simplified.
That's where hiragana comes in. Where hiragana is just like, if we make every sound like a letter, like a character, we can, it doesn't have to be a whole picture for every single word.
Oh, I understand this picture. You don't have to do that anymore.
I'm getting into a rabbit hole. I'm just gonna pull up this image before I go too far.
He's going in too far. Pull him out, Johnson. The rope
I have him by his Johnson. I'm pulling.
What?
This is all the different kinds.
Yeah, it's the same thing over and over again.
Cool. Me sideways. That's awful.
Yeah, so
that is awful.
They taught us how to write that, and then I was like, "But what do biang noodles taste like?" And they're amazing. They're fantastic. They're like, it's like a long flat noodle that you could just smush any sauce on, and it's fantastic.
So it's like a chow fun.
I mean, I had fun eating it. Is that what you're referring to?
That's fantastic. Biao fun.
Biang or biang.
Biang. Oh, biang.
Biang. Hello.
I'll tell you. Yeah. Oh, that looks. Yeah. You know what? That's just that's parpadelle. All right.
I don't know what parpadelle is immediately when you say it.
Parpadelle. That's literally just the Italian version of that noodle.
Okay. Then yeah. Then hey, listen. There's at some point we realized across different cultures that we have like some form of starch, carbohydrate. Whether we make that into
many ways to skin a cat, and remember, Italians, you did not invent pasta. It's not you.
Right? No, it was these fuckers over here. Oh, these guys, the Chinese.
Oh, Marco Polo brought back a little a trick of the trade from the Chinese folk. The great king is what they called it. Oh.
And I can hear some Italian going, but we made it the bed. Whatever.
But we made it at the semolina. Fuck you.
Go talk about carbonara with somebody who cares. You know what I mean? Like, please, leave me alone. Leave me out.
I like my carbonara the American way. All right? That's just because I can't find guanciale in this dump.
No, it's fine. Use bacon's fine. Just cube it. Really tiny.
Bacon's fine.
Yeah. Pancetta.
I always go with pancetta. Yeah, because guanciale it's not real, doesn't exist, can't find it anywhere. So I've been
it's the jowl
forced
of the
to live
pork.
in this
Who sells the jowl of the pork?
I want it.
Shop. I go to a butcher shop, a carniceria or whatever, and I ask for guanciale, and they go, "What? What are you saying? You're insane." And I'm like, "Oh."
you grab your neck, and it's like, I need this. I need this right here.
I need this.
Yeah, and then I'm banned from that butcher.
Mm-hmm. Do you use the whole egg when making carbonara, or do you just use the egg yolk?
Well, I don't use the... just the yolk.
Yeah, I
get the yolk, and I mix it. I make a slurry with the shredded Parmesan or whatever cheese. I think it's between that and pecorino.
Yeah.
Yes,
I,
just the
I found
yolks, extra creamy.
I found myself having more having more success with just the yolk. Mixing in the whole egg, I don't know, it just doesn't turn out right. But with the egg yolk, it turns out like not perfect, but close to every time.
Yeah, there are a couple people that I get my recipes from, and I
Really?
follow them blindly with pure devotion. America's Test Kitchen has earned
Oh.
my trust. They will
Yep.
never lead me astray.
Mhm,
Or it's
mhm,
like if I see a recipe from America's Test Kitchen, I am going to follow it to the T, and
mhm.
it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
That
Here's something
Oh,
that
I'm sorry. J.
no.
Kenji Lopez alt, real quick.
Oh yeah, yes, perfect. Wonderful man.
Yep.
Do you see that
Wonderful
video where
homosexual?
is he homosexual?
Yes, he is.
Did not know. Did you see the video where he like reversed engineered the spread from In-N-Out? Like using math and science. He was able
He
to
did?
calculate.
Wait,
Yeah.
J. Kenji did the shit?
Yeah, it was on what was it? It was a First We Feast video where it was three different chefs making their favorite fast food burgers, or like some of their favorite fast food burgers. J.
Hell yeah.
Kenji Lopez alt chose In-N-Out, and then as part of it, he was like, with the spread. Now, we don't really know what's in the spread because all we're given is an ingredient list. However, we can figure it out using math and science. And so he was able to, like, I forget the whole formula, break down mathematically, sieving it through a sieve and being like, and there's this much pickle, and this much pickle to this much weight means that it's about this much percent pickle, and
Good
this much.
God.
Yeah, it was great. It was wonderful. It made me
More
it made
chefs
me
in
feel-
STEM. Hell yeah. Look at that guy, bro.
It made me feel good watching it. Where I'm like, like.
I love that man. I love that man, okay?
Yeah,
Everything that he cooks is bomb as fuck.
yeah. He's
You know,
fantastic.
I'll go on that is that, and I think music are the two things that unites humans the most.
Food, music, and a good joke or dancing or something.
Well,
I forget what it was.
language can, you kind of can't translate, right? It's like, say you
No.
have two people who don't know what the hell they're saying to each other, you're
Yeah.
going to have a hard time. But if you could take two people from opposite sides of the world, sit them down, give them a great plate of food, they're going to love it. You can play them a little tune, chances are they're going to groove to it.
Mhm.
And yeah, oh man, I love food to death.
Yeah, food's amazing, and dancing's amazing.
And
You
yes,
said
internet creators of food like J. Kenji, they are amazing.
you follow recipes like America's Test Kitchen to the T, and they end up perfect. My mother is the exact opposite of that, where she will find a recipe, and she may follow it. She'll look up a recipe for something, and then she may follow it.
And then
Or
your
she may
mom
not.
starts hovering just a little bit above the ground, and her eyes turn to lightning, and she's like, "I am the arbiter of what is
No,
good and what is."
What will happen is she will like look up a recipe and then not follow it, or she'll like make substitutions, or she will do stuff, and then the food doesn't turn out that good, and then she'll go, "I wonder what went wrong."
What
And
the
then she'll
hell
go back-
happened here?
She'll go back to the board and she'll do it again, but make even more substitutions or changes, and it'll turn out weird, and she'll go, "What happened here?" And she'll do it again, and she'll keep doing this, or she'll look up a new recipe every time for a thing that we like, as opposed to, we like this one, let's stick with this one. She'll look up.
I'm
a new
making it with a
recipe.
twist this time, she says.
And it's like, you've made it with a twist every time.
Mother, you
and
keep twisting these.
I just once I want to.
A repeatable recipe.
Yes, just the reason that it's science as opposed to anything else is that we find the procedures, we find the formula, and we do it, and we do it again and again and again until we get it perfect. If we change, for
right.
total scientists out there, if we change too many independent variables every time, we don't know what went wrong. It's hard to figure out what went wrong if we change around too many things every time. So we have to have some form of consistency. And there's never any consistency. It's always something different. it's always,
My
you know,
my mom's like that, and the fact, like in the same way, it's like she is pretty consistent with what she cooks, but she never measures. So it's never
Oh,
going to
love it.
be exactly the same, but it's always going to be great. Is what I trust from her, right?
That's
And then, yeah, that's
depending on
the
the
more of an
culture.
artistry in the cooking, I believe. Now
Depending on the
baking,
yeah, depending on the culture, it's when it comes to cooking, it's some like my Polish great grandmother did not measure at all.
oh
We
no,
would we would try to like, hey, we're making noodles for your chicken noodle soup or whatever. How much like egg per flour? And she wouldn't give us a measurement. It would just be like looking over our shoulder as we cracked eggs into flour and mixed it. And she goes, "Yeah, that looks about good." You're what you're doing is you're looking for it to look good as opposed to any sort of consistent like this much flour to this much egg.
it's like
And
this is what we're going to observe with our eyes.
and so it's like it's an entirely new skill of like where you have to look and you have to be like, did that look like it did last time? I think so. I think this is gonna turn out okay. I hope
Buddy
it turns out
Mac,
okay.
I'm starting to reach that level of grandma cooking knowledge where it's like
Yeah.
I've followed these same recipes for years at this point. So it's like, yeah, I could make most of like my America's test kitchen recipes without having to think like I just grab it, I start letting the ingredients fly, and it's like, yes, this is it, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like jazz, baby. I'm just maybe a little bit of this here, maybe a little bit of that there. It's like, oh, that doesn't look too right. Let's thicken it up a sec. And it's like it's fun. Now that I have the fundamentals right, I can express myself through the cooking a little bit more. It's like I'm feeling spicy today.
I'm feeling spice. Yeah, I feel you.
Yes.
I feel you.
Yes, it's just me slobbering around the kitchen. Like there's a gigantic mess. I think I'm doing a great job, but in reality, it's like the place is burning down.
I have never felt I've never burnt a roux, but I've never felt comfortable cooking a roux yet.
Right.
It always feels like I'm about to burn a roux, even though I it's like the same thing I've done before. I'm not doing anything different, so it should be fine. But every time I cook a roux, I'm like shit. Like it's gonna.
You have to toast the flour until it's just barely golden brown, Mac, and we don't want it
No.
clumpy. And then I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
You want if you want to cook a dark roux, you have to like stand there stirring the pot forever, unless you want to turn up the heat, and then it gets scary because again, it could burn at any time. It is frightening. It is frightening to do.
There's only one, or no, there are two recipes that I know that involve a roux that get quickly transitioned into a moyennelle sauce, I believe. It's just a roux with cheese. And you're right. That's the only thing that ever gives me consistent stress when I cook is that fucking roux. You bastard Frenches.
It's great. I like to when I get chicken thighs, I like to cook a gumbo or jambalaya, depending on how I'm feeling, and that always involves jambalaya, son of a gun, will have some fun on the body.
Damn it! I need to get you a pair of overalls, man.
So it's just one of those things where, again, you have to make it a dark roux, and every recipe I've seen, it's like, oh, you want to cook it until it looks like a melted Hershey's bar. I'm like, that's a dark color. That's a real dark color. And
I believe that's carcinogen, sir.
And that involves you standing over a stove, again, just stirring, hoping that it's not going to burn. Because that's what it is every time. You're just
like candy making, doesn't it? Where it's like, this should be toxic.
Like, yeah, it feels like
the sugar's changing colors.
And then hours later, once it's done, you're like, oh man, this is amazing. I love this. But in the moment, it's consistent good stress where I'm just like, oh
yeah, it's me looking at the pan. It's like this Maillard motherfucker. I hate him. I can't stand him.
Who is this Maillard? I want to kill him.
When I find this French asshole, he's getting it. Yeah, cooking's so fun. Anthony, do you cook?
I don't really have time. I'm mostly at work. When I do cook, if at all, it's usually with my grandmother, and that's very rare.
Oh, sweet.
And most of the time, it's to make cookies of some kind during Christmas. So,
baking is science. Baking, I've discovered, is that is a thinking man's sport right there. There's no room for touchy and feely in baking.
Yeah. Well, what if I added just a little bit more vanilla?
9.
Well, no, dude, it's good. It's good the way it is. Trust me.
Yes.
Did
As
I
the
ever tell you?
Germans say, Gutenbrod is what you should be aiming after. Everything that is not Gutenbrod
Did
shan't be
I
eaten.
did I tell you the time my sister made brownies with the wrong type of sugar? Did I tell you this story?
No, you did not.
There's no wrong
So,
type of sugar. There's just
Mm.
sugar.
my sister, she's not like in their household. She's not really like or she cooks, but she doesn't like cook consistently. And even when we were younger, like I would cook her things and stuff like that. There was one time though where it must have been like the weekend or something. It was rainy outside. Her and a friend were trying to make brownies in the kitchen, and they couldn't find the normal sugar that you would use to mix in with the brownies. So they used powdered sugar. They
Oh,
they
that's
had
the only type of sugar I could imagine, like really fucking up a brownie recipe with powdered sugar.
So they mixed in powdered sugar, they baked it, and they're like, "Okay, Mac, you're our guinea pig," because I usually was. You're the guinea pig, so taste it. And I tasted it, and it was sweet for like 0.5 seconds, barely anything. It was enough time for me to register that there was a sweet flavor, and then it became the most bitter black thing I've ever tasted in my life. And again, I was like about to throw up. I was like like in the kitchen trash can. And then they're like, "Whoopsies, it didn't turn out that well." But it's like,
Wait a minute, you can't cook powdered sugar.
as a child, you don't know these things. As I don't blame my sister too much for this, where it's like, let's say someone tells you, like, without your knowledge of anything, to use a specific thing, to use a specific spice, and you're like, well, I mean, I don't have this, but I do have like ground this.
That should work, right?
Okay? Yeah,
Almost certainly no.
almost, yeah. You don't know though. You don't know. You don't know until you're there in the moment, and then you're like, okay, maybe I can use this knowledge about other things. But your
You don't know
first
until
time,
you have Google AI backing up all your moves.
yes, you can use powdered sugar in place of regular sugar, says Google AI. You're like, no,
You
Google,
liar! Liar! Google AI is a liar.
Yeah, God, it's still like one of the worst things I've ever tasted to this day. And
I'm very
I've
sorry,
tried.
Mac.
I know it's fine. I've tried nasty shit to I've tried chicken and liver. You ever had that
Hell,
before?
buddy, you're in China. Oh no, chicken
Yeah.
liver?
Yeah, chicken liver. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it. It's not so
Yeah.
bad.
I wasn't a fan. Just like pure cooked chicken liver without like any sort of sauce or fun thing
Was it
attached to it.
boiled?
I don't know. It didn't seem seared. Might have been boiled. It was very like irony tasting, and I couldn't get
Yeah, that's liver,
Yeah.
baby.
I couldn't get any other taste besides the irony taste. And then I was like, I don't know if I want to keep eating all of
Yeah,
this.
I'm not gonna listen. That type of stuff. It's like olives, very acquired taste. Me, I've acquired it. So
I don't like
all the awful of an animal. I'll eat that shit up.
I don't like olives either.
Not an olive man, not a liver man.
No. I know I've said this before. There was one time my mom bought olives stuffed with garlic, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it because I love garlic. I'm gonna try to see if I can like learn to love olives. And what I found myself doing was I would get the olive with the stuffed garlic out of the jar. I would peel away the olive, and then I would just eat like
The olive.
I would eat the pickled garlic out of the jar, and I'd be like, ah, yes, yeah, this is amazing.
And then you just
love
are left with an olive husk, and it's like, for the
Yeah.
worms you are.
Yeah, into the trash with you. And then I'm like,
only the fleas will mourn you. Yes.
Only the fleas will mourn you.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like the older I get, the goofier foods I start to appreciate.
Mhm. I can see
Yes.
that.
All of the
When you're young-
acquired tastes.
When you're young, you have very sensitive taste buds. That's why kids don't like all the broccolis and all the the stuff that we're like, oh no, this is amazing. This is what makes food good. As a kid, kids don't like that because it's like, this is really bitter. I don't like
Well,
Brussels.
apparently, yeah. No, hold on. You activated my trap card. Apparently, old Brussels sprouts, like from when we were kids, especially it's like in the '90s, especially, are a completely different breed of Brussels sprout than what they're growing now.
Really?
Yeah, now if you were to go buy Brussels sprouts, I'm almost certain you just cook them the same exact way. They're not going to be that bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Again, whatever. As a kid, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but now it's like you can slice Brussels sprouts real thin and cook it in like balsamic vinegar and olive oil, and they're like perfect. They're like wonderful. Or you just cook them in a pan with butter, and they're perfect.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a lazy bitch. Sometimes I'll tell you what I do. I chop up all any vegetable that you want. Just chop it up, put it in a bowl, give it a little dance with whatever seasoning of your choice. A little lemon juice, a little olive oil, right?
Yes.
Yes. Some chili flake if you're feeling adventurous.
Oh, I love chili flake.
And you toss that bitch in an air fryer. All right.
Oh.
Air frying supremacy. Because it gets a little bit of crispiness on the outside, and then it's still like nice and plump and cook and juicy on the inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yes. And there you go, guys. You have Nick's simple and easy air fried vegetable recipe.
One of
these days we're gonna need to start a cooking show. Fuck.
We just talked about cooking for forever. And it wasn't
I
like
love it.
I don't know. I didn't mean to, but it was just like I kind of just wanted to talk about cooking for a little bit.
It's something that everybody does. Everybody loves to eat. And baby, I love to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know what Gustav said? Anyone can cook.
Gusto, not Gustav.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, we're going. Hold on. There is one thing that I want to bring up with you before we skedaddle.
Go
is there any? Do you think is there any culture on Earth, any type of food that you don't enjoy?
Oh boy. That's the thing, Nick, is that I'm fat.
You know, on the Castoe show, you can watch what you want, then you can go. Make sure you subscribe and like it too. Ooh, and then you'll realize Castoe's here for you.